earlier they performed Miracle in Me, and we are now going to hear them in an interview to tell us more about the next steps for them as a team. We welcome the Foster Triplets, Malika, Mahari, and Michaeli. Ladies,
Yes,
good morning and welcome again.
Thank you for having
All right,
us.
so I might as well disclose to the viewers early. This is my first time interacting with triplets. So I'm going to be trying my hardest to keep each person's name in my mind.
Okay.
And then maybe it will go downhill from there or uphill, we will see. But firstly, we're going to start with you. When did you discover the singing talent? And was it individual or did you decide from day one you're going to do it as a group?
Well, our parents discovered that we were singing harmony at 2 years old.
At 2 years old?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, in family worship.
Yes.
And I'd encourage other families out there to have family worship. It not only builds character, it helps you as a person. So they discovered that during family worship, and when we were 5 years old, we sang at our first church.
Yes.
May I make a quick note? We turned our back to the congregation the
While
first
we
time.
sang.
So,
Why did you turn your back to the congregation?
We were so nervous.
Yeah.
I think that was the best way to deal with the situation at the time. I don't think we could process what was happening to us at the time, so we just turned our back and sang. I think the first song we ever did was God Will Take Care of You.
Yes, and he has been ever since.
oh, yes, sir.
Now, there's also another interesting fact. You are homeschooled.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we
sir.
are.
What's that experience like?
So first of all, we started being homeschooled from the age of 4. Actually, God told my parents to homeschool, and at the time they didn't really understand. And I mean, there was pressure from different sources, from people saying, you know, it's not right and things like that. But they listened to God. My father was the one chosen to be to homeschool us, and we didn't know at the time that we were going to be in ministry. But it's much easier for our schedule now, you know, to be homeschooled, so we can get up tomorrow and say, oh, we can go to Africa, if you know what I mean. So.
Yeah.
And even education-wise, it's very good because the one-on-one attention that helps with us with our strengths, with our weaknesses, and it just builds us. So I really recommend homeschooling.
And tell the viewers, where are you from in Jamaica?
We are from Westmoreland.
Yes.
Best in the West.
Oh, yeah, good. The best in the West. I won't argue with that. So you are the best in the West.
No, as in, well, okay. The best parish.
The best parish in the West. Well, yeah, man, we
I think
agree
you're
with
digging
that.
a deeper
Yeah,
hole.
Manchester is the best parish, full stop.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
Or I should say the best in the center.
okay.
No,
I
in
won't
terms of
contest
your ministry through music.
Yes, sir.
Not just in terms of the quality of your performance, but it's an inspired performance. I get the sense that God and spirituality is at the center of all that you do. But was there more than the support of your parents that led to your approach, or was there some amount of discernment? Anyone can take it, because I've forgotten the names already.
Well, when we were younger, Mom and Dad introduced us to spirituality, Christianity. And then as we grew older, we formed a connection with God for ourselves. And I think that's important. The parents can do so much and no more, but afterwards, the children need to become connected to God for themselves. So we did that, and the more we spoke to God, we read the Bible and stuff, we started to become, what can we say?
More spiritually
we started
inclined.
more spiritually inclined, right?
And so I think, I'm sorry for interjecting, that has been steeped into our music, and I think having a connection with God for yourself, that just has carried us through. I mean, there are days when I feel like I can't keep going on. You know, you get up so early in the morning to go to different places. But, you know, I pray and I feel the strength that God gives me, and it gives me that extra oomph, that extra boost to go on, and I'm so thankful.
And when we were around 12 years old, I think that's when we really knew that was what we wanted to do, as in ministry, full-time music ministry. That's what we wanted to do.
Right. The three of you just completed each other's sentence. Does that happen a lot? Like, do you know what the next one is thinking? Or you can tell me that's a silly question.
Most times, I mean, I can figure out my sister's train of thought, sometimes by their facial expressions, or just
the slight
Movement of the
eyes, and I can know what they're thinking sometimes.
Because I think the same things a lot of times, so I know what they're thinking.
You guys have your private coded language just to play
Oh,
games?
yes.
Oh, facial expressions. That.
And we do have a signal when mom and dad are coming. Sorry, mom and dad.
I won't ask you to show
Oh,
the
no.
signal to
Thank
Jamaica
you.
and
Thank
therefore
you.
to them. Right? Now, you've had some amount of success in ministering through song. Talk to us about your favorite experience, and then we're going to get into some specifics about the singles that you have under your belt.
Sure. No problem. Well, it was this year. We were in Tennessee at a Southern Gospel Convention called the Gatlinburg Convention.
Gathering.
Gatlinburg Gathering. Thank you, sis. So we got the opportunity to sing with some of the top Southern Gospel groups.
And meet them.
It was so fun. The Hoppers, the Jeff and Sherry Easter,
Yes.
and stuff like that. So it was really fun.
To see people on television that you see, I mean, that you don't really, and then you go to one place and you see them and you're like, wow,
Yes.
That was such a great experience.
And what was the impact on the audience and on them for your ministry?
Wow.
It was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
God was good.
A lot of persons came to us, and my favorite part of it was where persons explained the change in their lives, and I got to pray for so many people there. And the funny thing about God is that, He never gives you something more than you can bear. And so we've gone through situations in our life, struggles, because Michaela has a back injury. I've had issues with my eyes as well, and Mahara's had a head injury before. But the thing is, we know that all of these things will work together for good. And so we want to thank the Lord and praise Him for what He has done.
And I mean, these situations that you go through, when you see other people going through those situations and you meet them and they're, sharing their stories, you can use your situation as something to help them. And so we have met so many people of different race and
religion,
religions, and we have been able to share the gospel with them without the barriers.
Speaking of sharing and without barriers, we
sir.
would recall the devastation in the Bahamas, Abaco in particular, during the hurricane season. And you all are doing your own initiative to
Yes,
help
sir.
them.
Yes, sir.
Who is going to talk? Please say Raymond, don't bother with the sir thing. Who is going to be the one to take the viewers through the information about this initiative?
Okay, we'll just pitch in at different times.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we were in New York, and we were sitting as a family, and we were just looking at the devastation, and it was so great, and we were thinking, what can we do? And so when we said, what if we can raise money? And my uncle, his name is Floyd White, Pastor Floyd White. He wrote a song called "We Will Rise," just speaking about the devastation and saying that we can rise from this, and we can become greater. And we decided, why don't we name this initiative "We Will Rise"? And so we named the "We Will Rise" initiative. We got some major sponsors involved. We have the Red Cross, and they're sponsoring us. We will be turning over the money to the Red Cross.
Right.
And we have NCU Media, that's our main media sponsor.
And we also have our supporters, the Ministry of Education.
We've been endorsed by the
We've been
Ministry of
endorsed by
Education.
the Ministry of Education.
Right.
I'm Dr. Grace McLean, the permanent secretary. She threw her support fully behind
So we want to
this
thank her for
initiative.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
So the initiative, it began in October, and we have the permission to go into all the schools across the island. Of course, we cannot do all the schools, but we can go into all those schools and we can raise awareness, engender change in the youth, and
Generosity.
generosity, and show them that you can be of support to persons, because there's this
Popular school of thought.
that says that
Youth
are not kind, or they're not very
Generous.
inclined
To
to give.
Right.
So we have seen so much support. I remember going to Godfrey Stewart High School, and we were holding bags. I mean, it was very uncomfortable because Money and I are we're not friends. So we were holding bags, and they just started coming down in drones and started giving, and it was so amazing to see them just
Throwing their
throw
support
their
behind
full
each
support
other.
behind it. So many schools, and their reaction
He
was,
emptied his wallet. I mean, he removed everything from the wallet.
and he put it into money into each bag.
To make sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes, sir.
No, so the persons watching who want to know how they can support the We Will Rise initiative, is there a website, a Facebook, Instagram handle that we can put on our social media to also help to generate that kind of generosity?
You can contact us at our website, fostertriplets.com.
Fostertriplets.com.
Yes,
right.
sir.
www.fostertriplets.com.
Right.
And you can go on our website, you can click the donate button, you can donate, and all of that will go to the We Will Rise initiative.
Yes.
And also, this single, if you buy it, all the funds that are collected from this single, you can find it on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, you name it. You can, the funds will be going straight toward the people
initiative.
of the Bahamas.
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
It was an honor meeting you. Great story, great personal story as individuals and as a team. And let me try again. Malaika. Okay. Makili.
Michaeli.
Michaeli.
Yes, sir.
And Mahari.
Ooh, my
Bravo.
name was right.
Bravo.
Thank you very much. We put the information for how you can donate to the We Will Rise initiative, courtesy of the Foster Triplets on their website, www.thefostertriplets.com.
Fostertriplets.com.
Fostertriplets.com. Yeah, I'm still having the effect of speaking to the first triplets I've ever met in person, and I'm going to say they're identical. We continue after these messages.